Hello, Shining Soul, and welcome to your Halloween tarot reading. Today it is 100% tarot, 0 oracle cards, but I do have a treat for you that I don't usually have. Today we are looking at a Halloween themed spread. I show your options first real quick. So looking at this spread, the first card we have with the costume, what are you hiding? Then Haunted, ghost from the past. How to banish the ghost with RRP. Then we have Sour and Sweet, what to let go and how to bring sweetness in your life. And Trick and Treat, the false beliefs you are carrying and blessings coming your way. So this will give you a broad overview about the things that the thinness of the veil now around Halloween will bring for you, especially considering Halloween this year has also a new moon. So we are very connected with the other realm, and all things shadow work are heightened and carry great blessings moving forward. Coming back to your choice. I made 3 piles here for you to choose from left to right, number 1, number 2, and pile number 3. Please pause if you need a moment longer, and there are timestamps so you can skip forward to the pile you picked for yourself. See you there. Welcome, pile number 1. I do have to apologize, 7 cards in a spread do not usually go on my desk because I have a very small desk space, but we are gonna make it work. Let's see what we have in the position of the costume. What are you hiding? The King of Wands speaks of leadership, confidence, and vision. And in this position of what you are hiding, it talks about that you are holding back your true power. You are downplaying your ability to lead or to inspire others, perhaps out of fear of stepping too fully into your role or not wanting to be seen as too dominant. It can also indicate that others see you as strong and self-assured, while internally you're wrestling with insecurities or doubts about your direction. Are you afraid of fully owning your power and charisma? Reflect on how stepping into your true leadership might feel uncomfortable, yet necessary for your growth. To see why you're hiding this part, the next card, the position Haunted, helps us. 2 of Coins. This card in this position, Ghost from the Past, reveals a struggle with balance that leads way back to your past, possibly times where you felt stretched too thin, juggling too many responsibilities or roles. This can point to moments when you had to compromise your true desires to keep everything in balance. And this ghost from the past was feeling overwhelmed by choices, unable to fully commit, or the anxiety of making the wrong decision. And that is what is holding you back from stepping into this leadership role. It is a lingering energy of instability. Ask yourself, are there parts of your past where you couldn't keep everything together and it left you fearful of losing control again, and that is why you are holding back? The next card is RIP, how to banish those ghosts. So let's see how the healing path for this can look. Temperance. That is indeed a card for a healing path. It asks you to find balance and harmony not through juggling everything at the same time, but by integrating all parts of yourself. Temperance invites you to embrace patience and trust in the process, especially when it comes to releasing the tension you felt between different areas of your life. You don't have to do everything at once, and you don't have to keep everything in perfect order. Healing comes from blending your experiencing, accepting the ebb and flow, and finding peace in the middle. And that is what you also have to apply to leadership roles. Even being in a leadership role doesn't mean that you have to juggle all the balls on your own. A good leader is a person who can delegate and trust the team. So this card is asking you, can you allow yourself to be more forgiving and patient with how you balance your life? Let's see how that goes with position number 4, the card Sour, what to let go. Okay, we have the 4 of coins here. This card is talking about clinging to security, stability, or control, often out of fear of loss. So this anxiety over controlling and tight grip is holding you back, whether it's money, resources, or the time and energy. That aligns perfectly with the cards we had before. There's a part of you that feels the need to keep everything locked down, fearing scarcity, and that is suffocating you. Let go of the need to control every outcome or hold on too tightly to what you have. Growth requires trust and an openness to flow. Examine what are you holding on to tightly that is preventing you from expanding, and work through that and let that go. Let's see what helps you to let it go in the position of sweet. How to bring sweetness into your life. Oh, I love this for you. The 3 of coins is the card of collaboration, teamwork, and building something greater together. To bring more sweetness into your life, consider how working with others and sharing your efforts can lift you up. It's about recognizing that you don't have to go at it alone. The card invites you to appreciate the connections you have and to lean on them whenever needed. Whether it's in your personal or professional life, the sweetness comes from being open to input, creating alongside others, and knowing that you're part of something larger. This goes beautifully with the part of the leadership that you are hiding from yourself in the King of Wands card, right? And what I said earlier, a good leader also knows when to lean on their team. So look at where you can allow more collaboration and support in your life to bring joy and fulfillment. To round this up, let's look at trick, the illusions or false beliefs you're carrying, especially around this topic. 9 of Wands. This card suggests that you are holding onto the belief that you always need to be on guard and preparing for the next battle. This can create a false sense of needing to defend yourself constantly, even when the fight is over. You have been through a lot of challenges, and while you've survived them, this card tells you that the wounds you carried from those fights are still making you wary and believing that more hardship is just around the corner. This defensiveness is the illusion here, the trick. You may believe that if you let your guard down, you will be vulnerable again. But it's an illusion that's preventing you from fully resting and recovering. Ask yourself, how can you let go of the belief that life will always demand you to be in survival mode? Once again, sweetness, let others in. Let's look at the mirror card to trick the card treat. What blessing or gift is coming your way? Okay, the 10 of Swords seems quite harsh at the first glance, but it does carry a powerful gift, the end of suffering. The card shows that something painful or difficult is reaching its conclusion. This card brings freedom and release, and the tree here is the promise of closure. So these energies of controlling, not being able to lean on others, and feeling burdened overall needs to end, and the card shows that it is nearing its final chapter. You do not have to carry the burdens any longer. The gift is the surrender, allowing old pains to finally die off so you can move forward unburdened. Examine what painful cycle is closing for you this Halloween, and how can you embrace the gift of release it brings. This spread points to a very powerful process of letting go and rebalancing. You're being asked to confront the ways in which you've held back your leadership and creative fire, King of Wands, while also healing the ghosts from the past. Bear in mind that it's about integration and not perfection. The end of hardships, the blessing, will come through collaboration and in unity with others. This is a intense healing spread. This Halloween, this Samhain, you have the opportunity to go through a wonderful rebirth process and let go what no longer serves you. Shadow work isn't easy, but through this insight, you've been shown to release old patterns and embrace a more balanced, collaborative, and open future. You are so strong, my beautiful soul, but you don't have to carry it all alone anymore moving forward. Hello, everyone who chose pile number 2. This is your spread. We're gonna go through every card after each other, and let's have a look what your energies this Halloween are and what shadow work does perfectly align with you at the moment. Here's the position, the costume. What are you hiding? And we have the beautiful Four of Wands here. This card traditionally speaks of celebration, harmony, and stability, connected to home and community in the sense of belonging. In the custom position, this suggests that you may be hiding your desire for more joyful and meaningful moments of connection with others. Outwardly, you might appear composed and content, but there's a part of you that yearns for deeper recognition and a stronger sense of belonging. You might be hesitant to express how much you value these moments of harmony and togetherness, or you are downplaying your own achievement and the joy they could bring. There may also be a desire to feel more anchored in a secure, loving environment that you're not fully expressing. You may be holding back from fully enjoying life's celebratory moments, afraid that they won't last. Ask yourself, what joyous connections or milestones are you holding yourself back from, and how can you let yourself embrace the happiness and fulfillment that is already within your reach. In position number 2, what do we have here? You are being haunted by the Hanged Man in reverse. This card points to a time in your past where you felt stuck, powerless, and unable to move forward. This sense of being suspended, possibly due to indecision or feeling trapped by external circumstances, lingers as a ghost that still haunts you. The energy here talks about that you are resisting change or delaying taking actions, and that hesitation is something you now carry with you. It was perhaps a situation where you couldn't see things from a new perspective, and now that inability to let this go and being stuck in your ways still affects how you handle similar situations today. It is time to break the cycle. Ask yourself, where in your past did you feel immobilized, and how is that lingering feeling holding you back? And the way to move out of this energy, how to banish this ghost, is another reversal. Interesting. That is the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands encourages you to stop fighting battles that no longer serve you. Let go of the need to constantly defend your position or prove yourself to others. There is an internal struggle for validation or recognition that is exhausting and no longer necessary. Lower your defenses and trust that you don't have to fight so hard to be seen and heard. Surrender the need to constantly be on guard while allow yourself to find peace. In which part of your life can you let go of the need to find and defend yourself so that you can release the tension from your past? Then we have sour, what to let go. The Six of Coins is talking about balance in giving and receiving. And in the position of what to let go, it suggests you need to release imbalances in your relationships or your sense of fairness. You've been giving too much or too little, and this card calls you to let go of any resentment or expectation of reciprocity that may be tainting your interactions. Perhaps you've been too focused on how others should repay you or that you felt undervalued. Letting go of this transactional mindset will help you release bitterness and open up to more authentic exchanges. Friendship and love is, per definition, not transactional. It is always a give and take, yes, but you cannot only give if you expect the same value back. We are different people and we have different strengths, and you cannot always weight things against each other in the same way. So look, where in your life are you holding on to resentment about perceived imbalances, and how can you release those? Let's see what Halloween brings you in the sweetness position. That is interesting. The Devil is often seen as a negative card, but it offers an invitation to embrace your desires and passions in this position. In the sweetness position, it talks about integrating and acknowledging the parts of yourself that you have been suppressing or judging. Give yourself permission to indulge in what brings you joy, pleasure, and satisfaction, but do so consciously without any guilt. The sweetness you seek comes from freeing yourself from self-imposed restrictions and allowing yourself to explore your passions. Ask yourself, what have you been denying yourself out of fear or shame? And how can you embrace those desires, bring more joy and satisfaction into your life? For that, let's have a look at the trick or illusion in your life. This is the Six of Cups, representing nostalgia in the past. So you might be idolizing some memories and holding onto a version of the past that is more fantasy than reality. And this can be tricking you into believing that returning to that past or reclaiming something from it will bring you happiness. You do not need to go back to something or someone in order to be fulfilled. Growth and joy can only be found in the present. Stop romanticizing the past to the point that it's distorting your view of the present. That is, again, the Hanged Man we had here is the ghost from the past. You might be even stuck in your head about how things would have gone if you would have made a different decision back then. This is all holding you back. The past is in the past. Ask yourself, how can you release this false belief and focus on what's real and available to you right now. Doing all this successfully at the end of this Halloween, oh my god, you have the World. The card of completion, fulfillment, and integration. In the treat position even. So it's talking about you reaching the end of a very important cycle, and the gift coming your way is the profound sense of wholeness and accomplishment. All the lessons, challenges, and experiences you've been through are coming together in the next weeks, and you are about to step into a new phase of your life with greater wisdom and understanding. Once you've integrated the lessons from the past, so you will feel more aligned with your purpose and more at peace with the journey you've been on. So ask yourself, how can you honor the closure and fulfillment that's on the horizon? And the spread overall asks you to look deeply at where you are holding back joy and connection, and where past stagnation and indecision is keeping you stuck. There's no need to defend yourself, and once you release the imbalances, you open yourself up to the sweetness and embracing your desires and passion. Take some time, take this Halloween for deep self-reflection, release old patterns, and celebrate the wisdom you have gained. All the love goes out to you, everyone who picked pile number 2. Welcome everyone who picked pile number 3. We are going through every position card by card, and after that we look at the entire spread again for a little moment. The first card is the position, the costume. What are you hiding? And we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. This card is suggesting that you are hiding emotional turbulence or disillusions. Outwardly, you project charm and an idealized version of emotional calm, but internally, there is a sense of feeling overwhelmed, lost, or in the other direction, disconnect from your deeper feelings. You are concealing your vulnerability or are hesitant to express your emotions because you're worried they won't be received in a way of hope. This card urges you to look at where you're blocking your own emotional flow. What feelings are you repressing or avoiding in favor of presenting an image of composure? And the reason why you're doing this may lie in the haunted position. The Three of Cups. Okay, this is a very emotional spread. Three of Cups is a card of friendship, celebration, and community. This tells me that you are haunted by past experiences involving your social circle or relationships. There may have been a time where friendships or group dynamics played a significant role in your life, and something about those connections is still unresolved. Perhaps there was a loss of trust, or you felt left out and disconnected from the group you once felt close to. The card is asking you to look at old wounds around friendship or celebration. Are there unresolved feelings of rejection or betrayal in your past? And how can you let go of those feelings with the Four of Cups? Move on to new opportunities. Stop dwelling on what has been lost. There are new offers and new chances laying in front of you that you currently don't see. Let go of the disappointment and emotional stagnation and start paying attention of what is available to you right now. Shift your mindset and embrace the present where you are already valued. That way you can release the emotional hold of past relationship or missed connections. What new possibilities are you overlooking because you're focused on the past? In the position of Tower, what to let go, we have the Six of Wands. This is very interesting because it is again about external validation and recognition, which is the Three of Cups as well in a sense, right? It haunts you that they rejected you, that they didn't give you the deserved recognition. And the Six of Wands is the celebration cards in the position Sour. So stop seeking approval and acknowledgement from others for your achievements or victories. Release the need to be seen as successful in the eyes of societies and others, and find satisfaction in your own sense of accomplishment. Let go of the need to prove yourself to others. Ask yourself this Halloween, what part of your life are you still seeking validation for? And how can you release that need to gain approval from external sources? Let's see if the card in the position Sweet has some advice how to do that. More cups. Okay, more cups. The Nine of Cups is the wish card. The sweetness will come through self-fulfillment and personal satisfaction. Once again, focus on what makes you happy and pursue your desires without hesitation. Create a life filled with abundance and contentment, but start with recognizing your own worth. Stop looking for validation in anyone else and build your own dream life. Do not let society dictate how that should look. Go after what brings you true joy and start with looking at what things bring more of what you love into your daily life. Let's see what tricks you. What illusions or false beliefs are holding you back? The High Priestess in this position is talking about illusions around your intuition or inner knowing. You are currently doubting your instincts or, once again, relying too much on external signs instead of trusting your own inner guidance. The trick here, the illusion here, is believing that you don't know the answers when in fact you do, my shining soul. You're holding back because of fear of rejection and judgment and shame from people that are not worth it. They are not relevant for your life moving forward. Tune in more deeply to your intuition and look where you might be overlooking your own inner wisdom. The treat, the blessing coming your way this Halloween, this season, well, the veil is the thinnest. The Chariot in reverse. Slowness. Release control. The Upright Chariot is talking about moving forward with willpower and determination. So in reverse, it's talking about surrendering to the flow, accepting that you don't always need to steer the ship, and the card offers a chance for introspection, realignment, and reminding you that sometimes the most profound growth happens when you stop pushing so hard. Let go of rigid goals and trust that the universe will guide you. Take the time to be slow about the plans you made. There's no need to rush. Let the things unfold naturally. Overall, this pile calls for a deep, honest look at your emotional landscape around the feelings of disillusions and past social dynamics, and trust your inner knowing that you are already whole, you are enough, and you do not need the approval of society. This entire spread talks about deep emotional healing, self-trust, and the sweetness that comes from honoring your own desires and intuition. I love this for you, part number 3. This is what I have for you all, and if you stuck around until the end, Thank you so much for sharing space and your time. Leave a comment below which pile you picked. And all the best this Halloween season. Blessed be.